Yo, yo, what's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing, and I'm back at it once again with another boxing video. So, according to the man Dan Raphael and also Mike Coppinger, seen the man's tweet. Looks like Canelo Alvarez has declined a two-fight deal worth 100 million to fight the man Jermell Charlo in Cinco de Mayo, May, and for Mexican Independence Day weekend. What is that? The first or second weekend? I believe second weekend of September. David Benavidez was going to be on the take for a fight versus Canoli. Now Canoli has declined these fights, and apparently word on the curve is that the man is going to get the same amount of money, $100 million, to fight Dimitri Bivol over on the zone. For Cinco de Mayo for Mexican Independence Day weekend, he's gonna fight the man Triple G in a trilogy. That's if the man Triple G gets past not Dimitri Bevo. What's the guy's name? Ryota Murata, who was supposed to fight Triple G in a unification in April. You know what I mean? So this is look, man. I guess that's why it pays to be a free agent, right? It pays to be a free agent because you could call these shots. You could take these you could basically decide who you want to fight and when and where and on what channel, you know what I mean, and on what broadcast. Now, you know me, B Marsh Boxing, man. You know, I would have made a video, a DuckTales video for the man Canoli for avoiding Charlo and David Benavidez and possibly going to fight B-Ball and Triple G over there on the zone. Personally, I believe that the fights on the zone are easier fights. I mean, that's an easier path of resistance. Where ain't no resistance really, just easier fights with those two as opposed to fighting Charlo and David Benavidez. You know what I mean? I'd have made a DuckTales video, man, but I done made too many DuckTales videos of Canoli. That shit don't even make sense. And really and truly, I'm gonna be objective about it. Look. On the other hand, what if the man Canoli decided to fight, um, take that PBC $100 million deal? I mean, because Canoli got his fattest payday of his career when he fought the man Caleb Plant, got 40 million. I mean, fattest payday of his career. Good for him. Now, if he took the fights with if he decided to take the fights with Charlo and Benavidez, what would the PBC detractors say? You know what they'd say. They'd be like, "Oh, he's going to fight these guys for the big payday. Those guys are easy work. He's really ducking Bivol and the third fight with Triple G. You know how that shit goes." So I just stay objective about it, and really and truly, I'd rather him fight Charlo and Benavidez. I've already seen the Triple G fight. I thought he beat him convincingly in the second fight. The first fight I had it a draw. Um, Dimitri Bivol. Look, I guess that's his. He's a title holder at 175 pounds. Hasn't fought anybody of note really lately. So his producer's gonna throw him a bone. You know what I mean? I said producer, his promoter Eddie Hearn. He gonna throw him a bone. And that's look, Bivol's trying to get the fight. He been in the run. The sweepstakes for trying to get the fight versus Canoli, who is the cash cow in boxing, you know what I mean? Because these networks throwing $100 million for two fights. You know, Bivol deserves the opportunity as well. But in my humble opinion, I do believe that the PBC offer is a much more tougher fight for the man um, Canoli. A lot of people don't rate David Benavidez. Everybody has their opinion on who they think is good and who's not. But I personally think that David Benavidez has been the best fighter at 168 pounds for the last few years, even without a strap. Whether he loses his strap due to coke or then getting it back, then lose it on the scales. at the end of the day, I do believe he beats everybody that Canoli has beat on at 168, and everybody else who Canoli ain't fought at 168. I believe David Benavidez beats him. You know what I mean, so time will tell, man, what Canoli will do. Um, I'm not really much hearing about Makabu in the sweepstakes. You never know. Makabu might just be one of them. You know what I mean? But he didn't look too great in his fight in Ohio versus Tabiso Muchuno, his Mando. That's the second time they fought. I really thought the fight was a draw. Muchuno won the fight. I thought Makabu looked like ass, you know. But at the end of the day, that's what it. Those are the perks and the privileges it is that comes with being a you know a cash cow and also a free agent. You know, he could go to any network, structure out a deal, get the most money for fighting the easiest opponents, and sell off to the sunset. You know, the man, what's his name, did that too with the zone. Mikey Garcia, you know what I mean? And, you know, I really think Mikey Garcia got real comfortable with them fat ass paydays he was getting on the zone. Slim forgot, man, there's, there's more hungrier fighters right now, and he's not. And that's why he lost to that Martin guy from Spain, you know what I mean, in a big upset for 2021. What's up, Mike 104? What the deal, my G? Indeed. Mike 104 says, I just responded to your post saying he might not fight anybody. Yeah, who do I have on that poll? I believe I had Beaver, Benavidez. I didn't have Charlo. Now, look, you know, Charlo, a lot of people say, oh, Canoli probably took the fight because the man Charlo has had, he got arrested about a week ago or last week, you know what I mean? Or was it earlier this week? You know what I'm saying? You know, this is a boxing game. You think that man slept in the, you think he slept in jail? Come on, dogs. This is the fight game, you know what I mean? People have always had pending cases over their head if they were in that situation and still went on with the fight. You know what I mean? The man Floyd Mayweather knew he was going had to go to jail. You know, I think that was after the fight with what's the guy's name? The Ghost Guerrero. You know, these things are always pending in the air if somebody isn't in fact um, legal issues, you know what I mean? But Charlo, really and truly, I'm not pressed to see that fight. If it happens, sure, I'll watch it. I ain't gonna say I'm clamoring for it. I'd rather see David Benavidez. You know what I mean? I'd rather see fellas. I'd rather even see a better beef fight. You know what I'm saying? You check it. So, you know, Charlo really and truly hasn't done anything lately except Derevchenko, who had already lost in world title opportunities. But I did give the man credit that he beat him. Charlo beat Derevchenko better than anybody had previously in Derevchenko's pro career. Mike 104 says, not the first time he fumbled Cinco de Mayo or Dia de Independence here. Yeah, you ain't never lying. He's fucked them dates up so many times. And I always call him out on that shit. Floyd Mayweather ain't even Mexican or Hispanic, and he kept those dates, was always there, always showed up. Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence Day weekend, he was always there. Mike 104 said there's a bluebird on Canoli's shoulder and he cannot kill it. You already know, man. He can't kill it, man. There's too many bluebirds on the man's shoulder, you know what I mean? And he don't know what to do. And that's what comes with being the cash cow and the so-called best in boxing. You gotta fight the best to prove you're the best. What's up? Be more the BK. What the deal, my G? Uh Mike 104 says none of these fighters are gonna change Canoli paper. He's gonna get cashed out no matter who the opponent is. He's probably thinking he don't need anyone. Better Beef is my first choice for Canoli. Yeah, I'd like to see Better Beef too. Um, Benavidez, uh, Demetrius Andrade. Why is Triple G getting a third fight with Canoli if he gets past Murata? Why does he deserve a third fight and Bubu Andrade doesn't deserve even one? Boxing, man, it really gets me upset. Yes, indeed. But yeah, man, that's what it is, man. I'm not gonna make a DuckTales about Cannoli because I done made too many DuckTales about him previously. And really and truly, like I said, they're gonna be those if I say he's ducking Charlo and Benavidez. If he did sign to fight them, they'll say he's ducking Triple G and Bivol. So you can't win either way. I'm not here to win no arguments, just to report on what these cornball fighters of these days be doing. All right, big ups to everybody in the chat. Big up Mike 104. Salute to you. Big ups B more to BK, and I'm gone. Leave your thoughts and comments, and I'm out of here. Peace.